Hi, Chancel Choir, Team Spirit, and Bell Choir. I hope you are doing well. It is Friday afternoon, and I decided I needed to try and figure out a way to reach out to you directly, and so here I am from the music office. As you can see, in addition to the shortage of toilet paper at Publix, there is also a shortage of razor blades, which is why this is here. At least that's what I'm using as an excuse. Um, I cannot tell you how much I miss every single one of you. Our time together on Wednesdays and Thursdays for rehearsal and on Sunday mornings is the highlight of my week. And not having that interaction with you has been rough, and I'm sure you've all missed it too, and I hope we're all back together very soon. As I'm sure you've read from our various communications that have gone out from church on Facebook and connections, emails, on the church website, our status right now is that St. Armands Key Lutheran Church has closed all worship activities, events, meetings, rehearsals, concerts through the end of March. There's so much uncertainty right now with how much longer this is going to last. We don't know if it's going to go into April and beyond, but just please stay tuned, and we will keep you as up to date as we can, as quickly as we can. But for right now, everything through March is basically canceled. But we are trying to keep broadcasting our worship opportunities as regularly as we can. And so on Sunday mornings, we are streaming worship online at 9 o'clock, and we are continuing to stream our Lenten evening prayer on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. So there are two ways that you can watch these. The first is through our website, www.saklc.com/live. Now, it's really important. We're discovering that some people are not putting .com. They're trying .net or .org or other things. It's saklc.com/live. And if you go there, you'll see the live screen, and you can tune in live at either 7 p.m. on Wednesdays or 9 a.m. on Sundays. The other way you can watch is going to our church Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/SAKLutheran. Again, that's facebook.com/SAKLutheran. And again, you can watch them live there. And if for some reason you can't join us at those times, at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays and 9 o'clock on Sundays, both of those pages archive the videos. So on our website, right underneath the live page at the top, there's a drop-down bar and it says Video Archive. You can click there and you can see all the different archive videos. And then on Facebook, if you just keep scrolling down the page, you can see all the past videos there. I think they go back for almost 2 years. So enjoy all those offerings. You have a lot of viewing opportunities there. And one other thing I would ask, if you're computer savvy at all, to please share the things that we're putting up. On the different streaming options we have, there are little Facebook options that you can share with your friends and family. If you like our Facebook page, and we put different posts up throughout the week, share those. We really want to use this as an opportunity to kind of spread throughout the community the things that we are offering and the things that we're doing. We have a lot of good things going on, even though we're closed. And so, if you can help us by helping to promote those online, that would be really great. Right now, we're closed through March, and as I said, and we're not sure what's going to happen beyond that. But if we are fortunate enough, and I hope and pray that we are, to have Holy Week and Lent, Holy Week and Easter, I just want you to know that music will go on. It will be scaled back a little bit, but it'll still be great. I'm going to try to keep it as straightforward as I can. So what does that mean? It means that a lot of the music will be kind of from the hymnal, and we'll just jazz it up as we do with different organ accompaniments and brass settings, but it'll be easy enough to kind of read from the hymnal. We'll also use anthems that we've already used this past year. So, for example, we'll plan to use Thine is the Glory at Easter. And if you remember, this is the amazing anthem that we used this past fall for the Christ the King Hymn Festival. It'll be stunning. We also have the Antonio Lotti piece that we've used, Christians Rejoice. We've actually used this since last year at Christmas and Easter, and so we'll bring that back again this year for Easter. So don't be stressed. Everything will be very manageable, and it'll be beautiful. And let's just hope that we are back in the music room for Easter. There's just so much uncertainty and fear going on right now. It's crazy. And one of the things that I've been trying to do for myself is to put as positive a spin on everything as I can. And so over the past couple of days, I've been doing a lot of reading. And one of the things that has been coming up on different sources and different sites, obviously because of the time, is articles about the Black Death. I'm going to preface this by saying I don't think we're in the same situation today as we were back in the 1300s with the Black Death. I don't think we're at that point, but just bear with me. So you're probably familiar with this. It was the Black Death was a terrible outbreak of plague in Europe. The worst parts between 1348 and 1350, and experts estimate that between a quarter and a half of the European population was wiped out by this disease. I would say similarly to right now, there was a lot of panic and fear, mostly because there was no way of knowing for these people where the outbreak was going to happen next, and so there was a lot of fear. As people discussed this in various articles and things, there seem to be two groups of people. The first category are the people that sort of made the decision that the end was near, and so they're just going to go out and have a good time. And so they would go out on the streets and have wild parties. Because they thought the end was imminent, material things sort of lost their value. And so even things like houses, if there was a group of people in the streets partying and they saw an open house, they'd all just crash inside and have a good time. Of course, these were the people that did not make it out of the Black Death period because they themselves mostly got sick. The other group of people were the ones who said, you know what, I'm just going to kind of close myself up in the house and not let anybody in, totally isolate myself, and just enjoy the finer things in life, which back then they didn't have Netflix and Facebook, so it was really wine and music. And so, I would say, today, of course, these were the people that made it out of the Black Death, that lived. So I would say today, as we're talking about social distancing and everything, let's fall into that second category of people, all right? Let's stay at home, chill, relax, have a nice glass of wine, listen to some music on the radio, Sirius, CD player, whatever you have, and let's ride this out together, and we'll all be fine. One of the people back in this era that made it through the Black Death was one of the most famous composers in music history in terms of what he did for the development of music, but we don't really ever hear about him. And his name is Guillaume de Machaut. Really interesting guy, because he was one of the first composers to decide or to experiment with taking secular poetry and putting it to music. Up until this time, everything was really church-based. But he decided he was going to try just taking secular, not sacred poetry and put it to some music and see how it went. A lot of times he wrote the poetry himself. This became incredibly popular, and towards the end of the Black Death years, and I'm talking, 1365 and after, this actually became a style that many other composers around Europe started to copy, and it was called the ballade style. So what's playing now is a piece of music by Machaut. It's called Neked Poire, and it's based on a set of poems that he wrote, which is actually almost like a little storybook. The poems has a narrative progression, but it's beautiful. You can tell it's early music, but again, so significant because this was really the first time that that secular poetry was being wedded to music. And since I don't think there are any uh, music historian scholars listening to this video, I'm going to say this. I really think that this is kind of the very first form of pop music, because it was not for the church. It was just secular, feel-good poetry words being put to music that people could sit and enjoy. Um, where is this all going? I'm going to try to bring it home now. So here's the silver lining. So even during this Black Death, when people were dying all across Europe, there were still really good things going on. In this case, composers who were experimenting with different ways of making music that would become very popular. Um, as I think about this, I kind of think this is what we need to be doing. We're all going to be fine, but I know we're all feeling a little scared. I know we're feeling cooped up. Let's use this time to do things that we haven't had time to do. Life is crazy busy sometimes. Sometimes we lose focus on things. Let's use this time that we have in the next few days to recharge, to do things that we haven't had the chance to do. Read some books, listen to some music, call people that you haven't reached out to in a while, and work at engaging those relationships and things. There's a lot of good that can come out of this time, and we should try to look for those opportunities. I've been loving looking at Facebook because I'm seeing friends from around the country, around the world, who have kids who are obviously home from school right now because all the schools are closed. And admittedly, some of these parents are going a little crazy. But I love seeing the stories about the kids who are taking online tours of museums from France and Spain and the United Kingdom and discovering all this artwork, with these resources that the museums are putting out. Kids that are taking advantage of all the resources that national orchestras are putting together online. I just saw something today. A friend of mine's kid was sitting on the floor listening to Benjamin Britten's Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra, and they were having this whole conversation about instrument families and things like that. These are incredible opportunities and experiences. Granted, they're online, but they're happening, and the kids are enjoying them, and they might not have happened in school based on the way schools' arts programs are right now. So, that's silver lining. Take the time, recharge, re-energize, and we'll come back stronger than before when we're together again. I do want to just leave you by saying I am here for you. If you do not feel like going out to the grocery store, you don't want to leave the house, you need something, give me a call. I will get it and I'll run it to you. If you are feeling totally cooped up and you need to talk or laugh, give me a buzz. I have tons of stories. I can have you laughing on the floor in 2 seconds. I'm happy to talk to you, but do reach out. We are here for you. I am here for you. Participate with us in worship as much as you can. I know it's strange to watch from your lanai or your couch, but it's so important that we try to find ways to still be together as a church. I'm probably going to reach out like this to you again, so I hope you don't mind. But just again, know how much I miss each one of you. Please join me in praying for each other. And let's also in our prayers remember all those who have passed away because of this disease, because of this virus, and pray for those affected by it, especially all of the people who are losing jobs, losing income because of it. We're going to have a lot of rebuilding to do, and we just want to keep all of those people in our prayers. Take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. I'll talk to you soon.